Hey guys, my name is Jonathan. I'm the Minister of Students at First Baptist. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this video finds you and finds you well, wherever you may be. Thanks for making this part of your day and this routine that we get together on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I know these are trying times. If you are like me, we are starting to kind of get a little antsy. Think, all right, this was only supposed to be a couple of days, right? A couple of weeks. And I think tonight was supposed to be Davis County's prom. I know seniors, if you're watching this, I want you to know my heart is on your side. I am with you, that you are struggling during this time. And so we will get through this. It may not look in the way that we had hoped or the way that we planned, but we're going to get through this stronger. And that's something that I am encouraged by, is hearing the stories of all of you being able to stay connected in the middle of all of what's going on. Just a quick announcement. I have been in touch with summer camp, and we should have an update of things that you need to know or should know regarding summer camp here in the next week or two. So I want you to know that is coming. And we haven't forgotten about that, so be on the lookout for that. Our weekly verse this week has been Philippians 4:12 and 13. I think on Wednesday I quoted it with the New International Version, the NIV, but I'm going to read it to you with the Christian Standard Bible, and just think about how this can apply to the situation that we are in today and how this circumstance finds us. Paul says in his latter days, he says, I know how to make do with little, and I know how to make do with a lot. In any and all circumstances, I have learned the secret of being content. Whether well-fed or hungry, whether in abundance or in need, I am able to do all things through him who strengthens me. Paul has discovered the secret, this magic pill, this diet, this routine, and it's not what you would think. Because in Philippians 4:13, that many of us are familiar with, says that I'm able to do all things through him, through Jesus. I know that you are struggling. I hope that verse has been an encouragement to you this week, that through Jesus, we are able to find contentment. Without Jesus, we are struggling. Without him, we are hanging on to the news, to the daily reports. But through him, through Jesus, we will get through this, because he is the one that strengthens me. Our Sunday school lesson for this week continues off of last week. And I know it seems like last week's been a long time ago. Last week was Easter, where we celebrated the resurrection of our King and how it is a historical fact. It actually happened. But I want to let you know about something, is that he's still risen. The resurrection was not a one-a-day thing. He is still risen. And so what I want to just get you to think about as we approach this lesson, kind of this part 2 of the resurrection, is I want you to think about an invention over human history that has just changed everything. You know, I think of the Gutenberg printing press. Before that, everybody was having to write down manuscripts of any story or any biblical writing, and then all of a sudden you can print it. Think about Henry Ford said, if I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. And then we got cars. And that completely changed everything. And we go to technology. We got the radio, the telephone, the internet. Imagine where we would be without the internet, being able to communicate as we are now. But what I want you to see in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, which is our main point for this Sunday school lesson, is that the resurrection of Christ changes everything. It changes everything. Before the resurrection, there was hope. There was no hope. There was despair. After the resurrection, there is hope. there is confidence. You have scared disciples coming out of the woodwork saying, I believe in the resurrected Jesus and I'm willing to die for it because I know it to be true. And so 1 Corinthians chapter 15, I'm going to read just 3 verses for you. Verse 27 says, for God put everything under his feet. Whose feet are we talking about? We're talking about Jesus. For God has placed the authority. Remember in Matthew 28, Jesus says, all authority in heaven, now go. So all authority means that Jesus has already conquered sin and death. And so the hope and the joy that we have following the resurrection is paramount. It changes everything. And at the end of verse 54 and then 55 says, death has been swallowed up in victory. Where death is your victory? Where death is your sting? Paul's writing to the church at Corinth, and he's kind of taunting it. He's kind of being like, mic drop, you got nothing on me. Why? He says, oh, death, where is your victory? Where is your sting? I know that in these troubled times that you are struggling, but know that the resurrection of Jesus changes everything. That he has swallowed up death, that it has no grip. There is no hold. And so that whatever happens in this world, we have the peace, the hope, the joy, all because of the resurrection. I hope this encourages you, and I hope this finds you well. We are praying for you. We are exploring some options on ways that we can be better connected. And so be looking out for that. As always, I love you. I'm praying for you. If there's any needs that you have, don't hesitate to let me know. Hope you have a blessed day with your families.